Hi. So we'll pick up where we left off with the joint freeing practice, and we will start on our backs in that X shape. And if you want something under your head, do that. But just know, like, we're also aiming for some length in the back of the neck, so we maybe don't want sort of chin to chest. But just start on your back, arms overhead, feet maybe as wide as the mat, and eyes closed. And at first, just allowing yourself to settle in onto your back body. Letting the front body be open and noticing what's different when arms are overhead. How that changes the shape of the ribs. Maybe you breathe a little bit differently. Maybe there's some funk in your shoulders. If that's the case, let arms come like wide to a T, and that might take some of that pressure off. Just kind of noticing what's going on here. And starting to increase the length of your breath. Start to reach your right hand up on the diagonal, reaching for the right corner over your head. And at the same time, reaching left toes, maybe left heel. See which you can get the most length out of. Down to the left hand corner. So you're finding as much distance between left foot and right hand as you can. Take a big inhale breath. And release. And maybe you already feel just a little bit longer on that side, and maybe you feel a little bit crooked. Reach your left hand up to the corner just as far as you can. And right heel or right toes, whichever you did on the other side, do the same. I feel like maybe I get a little more length if I flex the foot and drive the heel, but totally up to you. Distance between that right hip and left shoulder, right foot, left hand. Big inhale. And release. And just notice how that little bit of movement maybe changed something already. Send your arms down by your sides. Slide your heels in toward your seat. And cross your right ankle over your left thigh, left top of your knee, I guess. And send your arms out to the side in a T. Take an inhale breath. And on your exhale, start to shift your legs over to the left, but not all the way into a twist, just almost all the way. And come back into center, using those oblique muscles, those side to belly muscles to drag you back. Inhale. Exhale, legs slowly fall to the left. and back up to center. And one more time, inhale. Exhale to the left. Use your side belly muscles to pull you back into center. Bring your right foot down, cross your left ankle over, same thing. And you may already notice a difference from hip to hip. Big inhale. Exhale, twist till you're almost to the mat and pull back into center. Inhale. Twist. Back to the middle. And one more time, inhale. Exhale. And center. Bring your left knee into your chest, followed by your right. Give them a little squeeze and a little rock from side to side. And it's a bit early days, but find happy baby. And so early on, you may want to bring hands behind knees or to ankles. Or if you want to fully commit here, and bring hands to the outer edges of the feet or peace fingers to your toes. Just whichever works for you. Let your knees be wide. And on your exhales, let your tailbone be heavy, as if you could get your tail on the ground. So let your inhales be your preparation. And exhales be your length and heaviness. And start to straighten your right leg, kind of shifting your weight over toward the right side of your body. And pull back into the center, reaching left foot out to the side. So legs might not come straight. They might never come straight. But kind of using feet as momentum to kind of steer your little boat right and left. And then release, pull your knees back into your chest. Start to rock and roll forward and back. And just do that a few times. That just feels good. Or can. Watch the back of your head. Just rolling along the spine. And then when you're good and ready, rolling up to standing. And take a big inhale breath, reach up. On your exhale, soft knees, long spine, find a fold. Maybe let your feet come a little wide. And definitely let knees bend. Find a ragdoll, hands on opposite elbows. And a little sway, right and left, forward and back, moving hips, moving torso, isolating, moving one at a time. Release elbows, press into your heels, roll yourself up one vertebra at a time. Lift your shoulders up to your ears, slide them down, back behind you. Coming into mountain, palms facing forward. Send your arms out and up. Inhale. Interlace fingers and save your index finger to point straight up. Inhale, reach up. The tips of those index fingers as high as they can be, heels digging down, finding length. Big inhale. Exhale, a little half moon here. And if you notice weight in one foot versus or more than the other, kind of shift to find a little evenness in the distribution of the weight. Inhale into center. Exhale to the other side. And same thing, just kind of shifting right to left till you find this balance. Inhale into center. Let your arms come down and let your feet just kind of, they don't need to be perfectly aligned. Just kind of rock back and forth and just let your feet kind of land wherever they want. Send your arms up on an inhale and down on an exhale. Up and down. Two more times. Exhale. 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 That was a little faster breath than we normally do. And just kind of let your arms swing a little bit here. And start to find a little side to side. Like just pretend you're 4 years old and you're standing in line at the grocery store. And you just don't have anything else to do but flip your arms around. And as much as you can, allow them to just, allow gravity and momentum to take over here. Let your hands hit your body. And then just start to let that slow. So you find yourself facing forward again. And bring your hands into heart center. Interlace all of your fingers. And start to roll wrists around. I don't know, I kind of find that mine naturally kind of fall into a figure 8 shape. Just rolling them around. And then just for kicks, see if you can go the other direction. I cannot. Not at this moment. Well, there it goes a little bit. And stop in the center. Turn your hands inside out. Press your palms forward and up. And release your hands back down to mountain. We'll take a big inhale breath. Soft knees, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. And let your hands rest on shins or on the floor, on your ankles, wherever they wind up landing. As much as you can, definitely have some softness in your knees, but let your torso be heavy and long. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Shift your weight back into your heels, just a winky little bit. And toward the balls of your feet. Just watch what changes there. Take a big inhale breath. On your exhale, transition into all fours, tabletop. Let your belly drop Let your chin lift, let your shoulders slide down your back on an inhale. On your exhale, round your spine. Press into the heels of your hands, the tops of your feet. Find the biggest curve toward the ceiling that you can. Match your movement with your breath, or your breath with your movement. Inhale, belly down, chin up. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale. Come right back into the center. Keep your hips and knees where they are. So hips are right over knees. Walk hands forward. So we come into extended puppy. So fingers spread wide. Arms nice and long and strong. Inhale. On your exhale, let your chest come down. Hips stay up. And chin might rest on the mat. You might turn your head side to side. Just finding, it's not the most comfortable posture in the world, but finding some softness somewhere. Take one more breath. Make your way back up onto hands and knees. Take an inhale breath, turn your toes under. And on your exhale, float your knees off of the mat just an inch. Take an inhale breath. And an exhale breath. Press back and up into downward facing dog. Rise up onto the balls of your feet. On your exhale, let your heels sink down. And two more times. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, heels sink. And last time. Back to kneeling. And make your way to your back. Bring your feet to where you would for a bridge. We're not coming into bridge. So it doesn't have to be exact. And bring your elbows to the mat, backs of the arms to the mat, and your palms facing up to the ceiling. Like you're going to push the ceiling away, or you're going to hold the ceiling off of your body. At the same time, lift your toes up. So everything's flexed here. On your exhale, bring your fingertips toward the wall in front of you. So palms are facing down now. Bring your toes down and your heels up. So sort of everything's pointed. And then we'll move between the two. So heels down, palms up, toes up. That's your inhale. And then exhale, toes down, palms down, heels up. That's your exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, everything points down. Two more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. lift. Exhale down. And let your heels come down. Let your arms just kind of come down by your sides. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees come wide. If you want props here, definitely do that. Slide your blocks underneath your legs. I'm gonna extend my right leg. My right hip is not fond of that action and will not participate happily. Letting your belly soften, pelvic floor soften, inner thighs. And with each exhale, just a little bit more softness. One more breath here. Bring knees up to center and feet as wide as the mat this time. Arms out to a T, palms facing up. Let your knees fall to the left and to the right. Back and forth. The next time your knees fall to the left, let them stay. Maybe start to creep your right foot off of the mat behind you. Maybe turning your head one way or the other, whichever way feels the most natural to you. One more breath. If you turned your head, bring it back to center. Start to tiptoe the foot back to the middle if you sent it away. Come back to center. Knees fall to the right. And left foot inches off of the mat if that's what you did on the other side. If you turned your head, head falls to the other direction. Notice what resistance you might be encountering. Let's see if you can release some of that. Head comes back to center, foot comes back to the middle, knees come toward the ceiling. Pull your knees into your chest. Find a little squeeze, little wiggle, rock. Let your legs come out long. And before we settle into Shavasana, make fists and point your toes. And start to draw circles with feet, with toes, with fists. And and switch directions of your circle. And just notice which way you did it. Are they all going the same direction? Are they coming toward each other? Are they going away from each other? Is everybody just doing whatever they want? Just kind of circle this way and that. Send your arms overhead, interlace all of your fingers, turn your hands inside out, palms come away from you. Feet flex, heels reach, long, 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 long stretch. Big inhale. And exhale, release arms down by your sides. And a couple nice big breaths. Stay here in Shavasana for as long as you like. If you're ready to transition into the rest of your day, roll to your side. And take a breath here. Make your way up to seated. Send arms out and up, big inhale. Exhale, pull hands into heart center. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Have a great day.